Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's episode, on a very snowy, disgusting Scottish day, we're going to be fitting some new goodies to the RS. So with that, let's open up this box and see what we're going to do. Yeah, basically this is the lineup of what we're going to install today. So we've got a Stage 2 Dream Science intercooler, which is awesome. The big mouth vent for the front bumper. And all the big boost piping for underneath the car, along with a brand new recirc valve that's just going to hold a lot more pressure under boost. So, the best part about all of this, despite the amount of money that this might have cost, is I got some stickers. Happy days. They're going on the toolbox at some point in time. So anyway, with that, what we need to do now, get the bonnet of the car open. I think we're going to need to take the front bumper off. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we're definitely going to need to get it up in the air. So let's crack on. So the original plan was to get the car up in the air and just take the intercooler out from underneath. But unfortunately, to fit this thing, I need to get inside there. And in order to do that, I'm definitely going to have to take the whole front bumper off. So I've got one light out already. Get the other light out just now, and then we'll get the whole front bumper off so we can put this in. Should also make changing the intercooler an awful lot easier, and then we'll jack the car up and fit the big boost kit. So let's go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the front bumper's off. Definitely recommend getting some help like I've got today. So these bits, super easy, they're just clips. No bother at all. Now obviously saw the clips being removed up here. And on the other side, there's about 3 or 4 Torx bolts down here. That's fine. And then there's about 6 or 7 bolts underneath the car. Yeah, and then the last thing we had to do before the bumper would come off is we had to get the scoosher jets disconnected as well. It's looking quite cool though, you got to admit. Very well put together. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the big mouth. And it sits right in that gap there. The only problem is the splash tray is in the way. Now I was going to just remove it, but I actually think that's got quite a lot to do with how the air goes into the radiators. So what we're going to do instead is we're probably going to notch a hole out and fit it through, and then eventually what it'll do is it's going to sit like that. So let's get on with it. Tell you what, for a £70 part, that was some amount of effort to fit that silly little thing. Jeez, oh, honestly, unreal. It looks cool, don't get me wrong, but what an absolute nightmare. So right, what we're going to do now is we're going to move on. We're going to replace the intercooler, take that one out first, and we're going to put this one in its place. At the start of the video I said I was going to fit all this pipe work today as well, and I don't think I'm going to do that. And the reason why is, so basically in order to replace those pipes, I'm going to have to go right in there, and I know you can't see that, but they go right underneath the engine. So what I'm probably going to do instead is I'm going to take all these parts and I'm going to go down to my uncle's garage and fit them there, because he's got a 2-post ramp, and it's just going to be so much easier than trying to do it in here with axle stands. So stay tuned for that video. This stuff will be coming to the channel really quite soon. But for just now, let's get this puppy installed, which means we've got to take out this bad boy. Tell you what, these things are not easy to remove. Good Lord, but we got it. Took a wee bit longer than I thought it would, but we got it. So you can see the difference. If you look at the thickness between, and the RS ones are uprated from a standard one anyway, but so you got a fair bit more in that. You've also got a lot more height, which is awesome. So out with the old and in with the new. Right, so fitting that thing was a bit of a nightmare. I'm flaming glad I got my pal here to help me. But how good does that look? That looking awesome. Right, let's get the front bumper back on it. Ladies and gentlemen, that looks awesome. Check that out. That's quality. The only problem is I've got greasy fingerprints all over it. So let's get the car out and let's get it a wash. looking nice and clean. I need to towel dry her now, but that won't take me 2 minutes. But she's looking awesome, you got to admit. I mean, that looks cool. So yeah, in next week's video, I'm either going to be installing the exhaust, or my new rebuild series might arrive. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still waiting on it being delivered. So stay tuned for that. It's either going to be an exhaust video or it's going to be a rebuild series. And if it is an exhaust video, let's have a quick listen to what the standard exhaust sounds like. It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But it's not going to sound anywhere near as good as that. Guaranteed. So anyway, with that guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you're all well, hope you're all keeping safe. Thanks to all the new subscribers to the channel. We just passed 10,000, which is just amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support you've given me over the last few months in particular. But anyway, with that guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.